It's hard to imagine that's the sky. But that's the sky actually. It almost looked like the water with the waves on it. Look at that surface there with the light. Well, that's clearly water. And then let's just go up gradually up to the sky. It's almost the same, but it's obviously different. People, thank you for your patience. I had to start 3 times, can you imagine? I don't remember doing that before. Welcome to Sunrise Stroll and Chat. After this little bump along the way, we have different guests here this morning. We're staying in here in Magdala last night, and they've joined us. You can hear somebody there clearing their throat back there. So I think they're not going to participate too much visibly, but they're here. Maybe if you stay looking at the sunrise, we'll do like God and Moses. Moses saw God from his back. Unless you want to say hello, you feel free. So we have these guests here. Oh, they want to say hello. So we could see you from the front as well, not just from the back. Sometimes people don't want to be on camera, and so we see them from their back, you know. But it's turning out to be a beautiful light, even though it was incredibly cloudy. And this is probably the latest sunrise now, the whole year. Since last, well, what would we say, since February, January even. And the clocks will be changing soon, I think within 2 weeks. But the sunrise will have its same time of rising. The clocks change, but the sun will change a minute every day. So here we are on this beautiful Sunday morning. Actually, some of the people who are here this morning follow the sunrise. But they work here. They're international representatives of their countries, of different major public services. And that's how they're here. From the Philippines, from Honduras, and from Mexico. So I'm going to walk down this way here. If you want to come, you are welcome. Because this is a stroll and chat, you see. So in my heart today, there's a special family, very good friends of Magdala. And the sun has come out clearly now for us. And it's a very hard day for them because I'll refer to one of the family, her niece is being buried today. And we prayed for them last week. And she has a little girl, a little child, a young mother, and she died of cancer. And it's a very hard moment, so we can all pray for this family on this Sunday, that they will have consolation, that the Lord will stand by them. To be cut down early in life, it's very hard. And we need consolation. And this is a nice sprout coming out of the trunk. And we hope that this little child who is now without her mother will be blessed in many ways, especially by her immediate family. Her dad, who's grieving for his wife and the mother of his child. And the siblings of the parents all the family, the extended family. Sometimes life brings lots of hardships. And we have a different idea about life. We want power, we want wealth, we want health, we want greatness, we want to be important. We want when people see us to be envious of us because we have it so good. Even in external things like the place we live, the house we have, the car we drive, the clothes we wear. We love having power, having ability to decide things. We hate to have to be just doing the beck and call of others. It kind of goes against the greatness of who I think I am. Why should I have to do what these people tell me? Why should I have to be at their beck and call? It's marvelous how many people do serve like that in restaurants and airplanes and offices. They're always so pleasant, so gracious, serving. And we have an amazing thought today coming from the scriptures. It also actually deals with a lot of issues we have today in the church. Maybe misunderstandings. And the words are used, the power in the church. But power in the church is actually a misnomer. It's really out of place. Ambitions are good things. Ambitions help us. Ambition helps a child to improve their grades, to prepare to get into college, to study hard. There's a fisherman's boat out there. We're going to see more of that during the winter. You see that boat over there? That's not a tourist boat. It's not a fun boat, a recreational boat. There are two fishermen. Actually, I saw them about an hour ago. Earlier on, they were further up north, a little bit further up. Oh, there we have it in the light. This beautiful boat. Hey guys, you see the fishermen in their boat?
Yes. Nice.
And so the disciples are walking along with Jesus, like we're walking every day, stroll and chat, you know. And Jesus is kind of a bit ahead of them. He always is a bit ahead of us in life. And the disciples are arguing among themselves who is the greatest. Or they come to Jesus and say, Jesus, we want you to do a favor for us. We want to have the most important places in your kingdom. We want to be in charge. We want to be the big ones, up in the center stage. Hey, did you see that purple heron come in there? So we want this, the places of glory, places of honor. And Jesus is doing something very different. And the first reading from Isaiah is a great window into understanding Jesus. And the letter to the Hebrews, then after Jesus' life, is pondering who he is. And both of the texts have so much in common because they're both dealing with Jesus who is serving, who's laying down his life in service for our salvation. And he's actually doing something very difficult to do. His service isn't just washing feet, isn't just providing healing for somebody who's sick, isn't just feeding the loaves and the fish with the miracle. His service is something amazing, which nobody ever wants to do. When you think of parents and their kid went wrong, made some huge mistakes, and had the nerve to take a neighbor's car and started driving it. The keys were in the car and they crashed. And the poor parents have to go to the neighbor and say, we're terribly sorry what our kid did, 15 years of age, and here's the money for the car. We're paying for it. So the parents take on themselves the embarrassment of their child and they foot the bill. It happens a lot, actually. Children do things, but obviously smaller things. And if people understand because they're a child and the parents foot the bill. And they come in and provide that substitution for their child's embarrassing mistakes, damage done to the neighbor's house, to the neighbor's property, to the neighbor's car. And that's actually the definition then of Jesus in the scriptures, that he took on our sins. His service was to come in and mop up for us, but not just to mop up spilled milk, but to take the social and definitive burden for our faults and failings. And even the religious burden before God. So he was chastised for our sins. This is amazing. And if we look at Jesus in this context, then that's how we need to evaluate the disciples who are wanting to have the first places. And Jesus is not looking for the first places. He's looking for the last place. That's why the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And it's amazing that our God, the way we see God, the way we understand God, is in this light. In the light of extraordinary humility. We see God in the Creator of extraordinary glory. But we see God as well in extraordinary humility. It's really amazing. And then that puts our desires for power and glory to shame. And we said, gee whiz, Jesus, I'm sorry. I got it wrong. My role is not looking for power and glory and honor. That's a big one, people. It's a big one. I think there's nobody in this earth that can't be deeply touched in the deepest veins of their being, the deepest recesses of their heart, who can be not touched by this reality, this extraordinary revelation of a humble God. I think we are all amazed. Jesus says, come follow me, come walk with me. Hey,
Morning.
How are you doing?
Good.
Our friend here who is always on the trail here in the early morning, Moshe. You see the trees down at the end of the road where we usually walk down there very often. Just before Tiberias here, there's a bunch of trees down there at the lake. That's where Moshe lives, in those trees. That's his choice. Amazing, amazing story. So people, it's quite sobering, isn't it? On this Sunday morning, to look at Jesus in this light. And not just the glorious light of the Creator and the glorious light of the resurrected one, but the one who stands in and takes the hit for me. That's friendship. That's love. And we're loved that much. We're loved that much. See all your prayer intentions. God bless you all. Wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful growth in the deepest following of Jesus. And I'd say pray for each of us. Pray for me that I won't refuse to follow Jesus this way. Whatever he asks me to do, this will be the biggest gift, really, to become like him more and more, to grow into that incredible love, that glorious love of truly serving and laying down our lives. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's a beautiful morning. A different tone this morning with the way the thoughts were. So God bless you. See you later.